Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Ken Stone, and today I'd like to take a quick moment to run us through a small potential campaign that we can run when potentially prospecting for potential renters within an area that has had recent sales. This is going to be fantastic for anyone looking for just a few small transactions to finish out the year, or for those looking to build their business off rentals and first-time home buyers. So this is a fantastic potential where we can find new buyers, as well as even potentials for other opportunities, including resale and investor properties. But today I'm going to focus on that rental to new buyer conversion. Of course, Ken Stone, as I said, thank you so much for joining me. I did go ahead and select a potential small subdivision that has had as you can see, several recent sales within the last 180 days. I've went ahead and just picked one of these properties so that way when I look for it in prospecting, I can actually go ahead and pinpoint to an address and find those renters within a circle market around this potential property. So let's go ahead and start off. I'm going to go ahead and return back to my search screen or my search drop-down menu. I'm going to go into my public records. I can, of course, start by entering in my county location. In this case, it is Fairfax County, Virginia. Of course, I'm not going to enter the subdivision here just yet. I want to go ahead and leave that to my map because I want to circle campaign around those properties so that way I can potentially canvas as many potential first-time home buyers as possible. I can put in the street address right here, so that is an option for me. Let's go ahead and do that now. Now, this is Fox Mill is where that potential subdivision is. I'm going to enter the address. Whoop, wrong area. I apologize. Get us in the correct spot. And it does ask me if I'm confirming the actual property, Cooper's Branch Court, Unit 2448. I can go ahead and snap to that map. I'm going to just go out 0.5 miles. Now I'm going to scroll on down here because I want to focus on my property class, of course, choosing residential. I'm going to leave it open for interpretation on the residential type, as this can vary based on county. And I am going to look predominantly, I'm going to avoid sale information since I'm not looking for potential resale here. I am going to look for any potential buyer that could be renting a property. I am going to focus right down here on owner occupied, and I am going to choose no. I want to make sure that the address to the owner is different than the actual property address. Choosing no will let me see 707 potential matches. Let's take a look at this map. I'm going to go up to the top here, click on that map tab, and we can see where those are. Fox Mill Road and Frying Pan Road. Out here, there's 8. Our property is right here. Now, all of these matches within this circle are, of course, have different owners at different addresses. Now, of course, 707 might be a bit much for, especially for someone who might be starting out looking for to build their business. Might be a bit much. I know it is for my actual budget. So I'm actually going to scale this down and get us a little closer to that. I'll just go out a 1/4 mile now. Just bring that circle in. And I'm down to 245. This is way, way easier on my budget. Of course, looking at an idea of how much a stamp will cost me, I can also use this to zone out. Maybe I'll focus on these 2 sections here, and I will go ahead and decide to door knock those locations. I'm just saying, hey, recently there was a sale in the property. Now, I want to point out a fact about door knocking. Always check out with your broker to make sure that they are okay with you doing so, and if you are comfortable enough doing so as well. One other focus point here is don't overwork yourself. What I do want to look here first is to see if any of these potential buyers or even these renters are on a do not mail. I'm going to kind of break this down. I may go ahead and cut out these guys over here. And what I'll do, I'll just hand draw that myself, kind of break out these guys and maybe save them for a later item. And I'll just exclude that shape so those ones won't populate in for me. It takes the map a second. So 241, we're showing a 300, 139. So, and we can even cut these lower sections out here. So I'm just using these map tools to kind of limit out where I'm focusing on these properties. And I'll just do the same thing, exclude that shape out. So this way I'm focusing on anything that is north of Frying Pan Road, but I'm making sure that I get everyone that I can over here. Now this is that circle marketing campaign of a 1/4 mile. Let's take a look in these results very quickly. Go in here. I want to go ahead and make sure that the folks that are on these addresses don't have a do not mail. I'm always wary personally of do not mails to potential residencies that may have a renter. They may be on that for that rental type. The renter may have said, I don't want this. I don't want spam mail. So the owner may put that address in the do not mail. So what I will do, I will select all by clicking all up here at the top hand corner. You can see now I have all 195 checked. I can export this out. Go in here. Now I am going to choose name and address, primarily because I want to just verify and see if there are any do not mails on there. Open this up. Now I got to move myself. I apologize. Get myself my Excel spreadsheet here opened up. And now I want to focus on this column here, column F. It's the do not mail. If we have a yes here, we cannot send to the mail. Bright System will know that if you're going to download names and addresses for mailing, it will omit that for us, so we don't have to worry about that. However, if you decide to take this and export this out into your CRM, you want to make sure that those are not going to conflict with if you use an outside partner to set up a do not mail. These are fantastic options for us to door knock. So keep that in mind. We don't have anyone there, so I can continue on with the mail campaign. I'm not going to save this because I'm not going to address that to my CRM today. But all 195 of these, I can now go ahead and send a postcard about the market. I can send a postcard about the ability to rent versus own and how much they're paying. When the properties here were going for right around $400,000, and they are condos. So what we can do, simply take those since we have them checked, come down here to print. I'm going to click here. Down here under the sketches, you'll see the current resident at the property's address. Now I can focus on these. These are our renters. If I want the owner at the owner's address, this is going to choose those that have a different address. And what we can do is send that out as a potential, hey, I'm a property manager. I'd like to go ahead and share with you how I can best help run your business. Or we can even say, hey, are you tired of paying the rent or paying the taxes on the property? Would you like us to resell that for you? So you've got a couple different campaign items here of options. So let's go ahead. We'll print that out. We'll print that to PDF. Bright will automatically omit any on those do not mails, and we can send these directly out to that client or to that potential new client. If you found this and any of our other helpful tools, please always take a look at our education, our global webinars or association trainings. You can also request live training with a coach for 15 minutes one-on-one, always complimentary here with your Bright subscription. Again, this is Ken Stone showing you how to find potential renters using our public records. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a fantastic week ahead.